In today's video, I'll be showing you how to crochet this easy and simple headband. It's a beginner-friendly tutorial. Remember to subscribe, comment, like and share, and remember to turn on the notification bell. So let's get into the tutorial. To begin, make a slip knot, and you can do it in any way you prefer. And then insert your crochet hook into the loop and fasten it. To chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through, and continue chaining until you have the number of chains that is equal to your head circumference. I meet you back in. Make sure you measure the number of chains to make sure it's equal to your head circumference. Mine is 23. To begin row 1, skip the first chain, and into the second chain place a slip stitch. To slip stitch, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull through the loop on your hook. To slip stitch, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull through the loop on your hook. To slip stitch, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull through the loop on your crochet hook. So continue placing one slip stitch into each chain across. I meet you in at the end of the row. So I'm at the end of the row, and this is how it looks like, and we are done with our row 1. To begin row 2, chain 1 and turn. We'll be working on the back loops. We'll be doing slip stitches on this loop, the back loop. So remember to slip stitch, insert your hook into the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull through the loop on your hook. To slip stitch, insert your hook into the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull through the loop on your hook. And continue placing one slip stitch into the back loop of each stitch across. I meet you back in at the end of the row. So I'm at the end of row 2, and this is how it looks like. Yeah, we are done with row 2. To begin row 3, chain 1 and turn. We'll be slip stitching into the back loop again into this row. Remember to do a slip stitch, insert your hook into the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull through the loop on your hook. To do a slip stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull through the loop on your hook. And I guess by now you know how to do a slip stitch into the back loop. So continue placing one slip stitch into the back loop into each stitch across. I meet you back in at the end of the row. So I'm at the end of row 3, and this is how it looks like. So from row 4 to row 26, or the number of rows you want to make, just chain 1 and turn and slip stitch into the back loop of each stitch until the end of the row. If you're a beginner, I encourage you to count the number of stitches in each row so that you can avoid skipping stitches or making your headband smaller as you go into different rows. So continue repeating this pattern until you have the number of rows that you prefer. It depends how wide you want your headband to be. I meet you back in once you have your preferred rows. So once you're done making your desirable number of rows, for me I made 26 rows, which is equal to 3 inches. This is what I was going for. So once you're done, remember this is a stretchy pattern. Yeah. So I was saying once you're done, chain 1 and leave a long tail and cut off the rest of the yarn. Remember to fasten off. Yes. So the next step will be folding the parts together and form a twist. So fold them like what you see on my video, like this, and then slide the parts like you are interjoining them together like this. Hope you can see what I'm doing. And then take your darning needle with the yarn and make sure the parts are equal, and then start sewing in the parts the way I'm doing from one side to another side, and make sure you go through all the 4 parts. Hope you can see what I'm doing in my video. The way I'm sewing in the parts together, I'm moving from one side to another side. I'm making sure that I go through all the 4 parts so that I cannot leave any part out. Just observe what I'm doing throughout the video and you get what I'm trying to explain. Yeah, so continue sewing in the parts together, going from one side to another side through all the 4 parts. I meet you back in at the end. So once you're done sewing in the parts together to form a twist, it's time to weave in our ends. I don't know how I can explain this, but I hope you can see. You can weave in your ends in any way you prefer. This is how I'm doing mine. I'm making sure it won't be visible. So once I work into this direction, I go into the opposite direction to make it more secure. And after that, I cut off the rest of the yarn. And I repeat the same process with the remaining tail. I meet you back in. So once you're done, so it's time to turn our headband inside out to make the twist visible. Yeah, to the right side. So this is how it turns out to be like. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed making this headband with me. If you're new, remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share. And remember to turn on that notification bell so that you can be notified anytime I post any tutorial. Have a nice day. Bye bye.